With any false theology, or false worldview for that matter, there is at least one fatal contradiction at the very foundation of that particular belief system. And this is no different with this false theology, which some call today the free grace gospel, those people who belong to the free grace movement. And this false teaching teaches that repenting of sin is works righteousness. Now, next time someone says this to you, I'm going to tell you exactly what to say to them. But first, let's just have a look at this, right? So what is biblical repentance? The Greek word for repentance is metanoia, which is a change of mind. Biblical repentance is a change of mind that results in a change of action. Now, these people say, well, it can't result in a change of action, because if it results in a change of action, then those works are meritorious in salvation, and you're preaching a works-based righteousness and a works-based gospel. Now, that itself is a completely false conflation. Those works are simply the fruit of an inner transformation. I'm not saying that a person will be sinlessly perfect. They won't. This isn't sinless perfection, but rather it's a change of affection that takes place at the born-again experience. So these people will then even take it a step further and say, well, even if, putting the works aside, a person has a changed disposition, a repentant disposition towards sin inside of them, then that is somehow a work. Absolutely insane. But these are the lengths that a person has to go to when they have a false theology, and they have to cover their tracks and twist scriptures to fit with that. So this is what I would say to these particular people. I would say this, because they believe that repentance is simply moving from unbelief in Jesus Christ to belief in Jesus Christ, from self-righteousness to trusting Jesus Christ's righteousness. So I would say to these people, what is unbelief? What is self-righteousness? They're both sin. So you are actually calling people to repentance of sin. So by your own teaching, you are teaching a works-based righteousness. Do you see the absolutely nonsensical contradictions here? And as I said, this is always the case with false theology. With any false worldview, there is always a fatal contradiction at the very core, the very foundation of that belief. So that's what I would say to these people, and demonstrate that by their own standard they preach a works-based gospel, which is the very thing that they denounce. It's absolutely crazy. I'm going to put a video up on the screen, which I did on my other channel, Line of Fire Ministries, which is a theological teaching on what is biblical repentance, going through all aspects of it, including all the relevant verses to it. Click on the screen, one of the most important teachings I've ever done, and I pray that it will bless you. Talk to you soon, friends.